And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the patch 4.4 story in Final Fantasy XIV. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are back here in the Doman Enclave, and we just finished the dungeon, The Burn. So let's talk to Lord Hian. So the next quest is called Shadows in the Empire. Hian has a request for the Scions. I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after our little outing, but it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. So actually I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it will be useful. Thank you, let us return to my manor then. I wish I had a manor. The Mithrie manor, the real life Mithrie manor. With an arcade room and a heated / air conditioned streaming room, so I don't have to cancel streams because it's too hot or too cold. Because I have actually had to do that in the past. So, Lord Hian is expecting you. May I show you in? Oh, so yeah. It's like, I know.
Lise, what brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hian. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail? Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Dorma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of Chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Dorma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
For the Horde. Okay, let's carry on. So my advisors and I will presently convene to discuss a matter of Doma's defences. You're welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Alcians are concerned, naught may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise, even if it was on official business. I had hoped there might be time to show you the land you helped to save, but we'll settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say, and soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on too. Till the meeting then. Mithrie, I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go, in private. Go on, my friend. I will send for Akuro and the others in the meantime. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. Bye. Okay, so let's go talk to Lise. Let's see what she wants. Okay. More stuff for me to unlock as well in the meantime, when the patch came out. Okay, let's see what she says. So, thanks for coming. Knowing you probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Elise, she is acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's bravely coping. Well, barely coping. The Elise I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving, or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papolimo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance, and Elise has you and the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her, I'm sure you aren't. And I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Leave it to me. You're nothing to worry about, seriously. Yeah, no, leave it to me. Thank you, Mithrie. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do for you, you only need to ask. I need 10 million gil. Well, I best be off. See you in Amigo. Like, this gear set was expensive, man. No? No 10 million gil? Damn it. Okay. So let's go back to Hyun. Aha, a shortcut. So, there you are, my friend. Everyone has assembled. Let us begin.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, you giddy. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. "'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Tsunosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the Burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrias-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Doma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the burn.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
Curious question. Besides Aziz's Law, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the 2 occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
Why not? Why not? Okay, let's complete that quest. Okay, the next quest is called A Power in Slumber. Hian is eager to set out for the Azim Steppe. So, it's settled then. I will journey to the Azim Steppe with the Scions, Yugiri and Hakuro. I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I am no aetherologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use on this mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins in the burn warrant attention. So, while you are away securing an energy source, I will engage our friends at Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plan is to succeed. I trust there are no objections. Have care. Have care on the step. From what I hear, the Zayla like fighting with friends almost as much as foes. Good luck. So, just the 3 of us then. Very well. Shall we make for first for reunion? Okay, so let's go. We can teleport straight there. Okay. Let's mount up. Save time. Not too far. So, this is the Azim Steppe. The tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until we reach higher ground. Actually, seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favourite spot.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens?
Worth a
Sorry,
closer
skip
look, would you
too
say?
early.
I would.
Whoops. It's like you had one job, Mithrie. Damn it. So from here we shall travel to Mo Iloi. There we may ask Serena about the particulars of the myth and raise a matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. It does make me wonder, because obviously they're winding down this expansion to get ready for the next. So we wonder what will happen in 4.5 and then what 5.0 will even be about. I guess we will see. Okay, near here. Are they inside this room? Yes, there she is. So, here in Mithrie, I am glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There is a matter I would discuss with the mole. It concerns not only the people of the steppe, but of every land in the east. A shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul, and you need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its powers. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried? This northern crag? If that is your wish, in the mountains to the north there is a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There I believe you will find what you seek. Ah yes, I know the place. There's a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on the alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or not. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes of the steppe, There are those who revere Namar above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Namar, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how best to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we would not force others into war against their will. So, nor we. 100-fold stronger are they would choose to fight of their own accord. Cool. So let's proceed. Right. So let's talk to Y'shtola, next quest. So the next quest is called The Will of the Moon. Y'shtola is ready to put her skills to use. It seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we have to go slightly to the north. Thank God we can fly. Okay, here's your Y'shtola.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allegan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Illo.
Okay, so let's go. Find it interesting. Very curious what's going on. But as in, like, when I say interesting, I'm just curious where this is all leading. You know, what's the purpose of all this? So, you found that which you seek then. Great indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. if naught less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessing of other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, and none are so fervent in their faith as the Dofari. Their consent shall be the key. The Dofari, Lee spoke of them, a warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it will be well worth the effort. The Dofari fear nothing, death least of all, and our alliance would be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let's go to the Dofari Khal and treat with their Khaitan Sadhu. Okay. Okay, so we have to go all the way to the other side. So like I say, I'm just curious where this is all leading. And it is interesting to see this as well. Because it is the way typically that they seem to wind down expansions in this game, is by like solidifying the alliances of the current area before they move on. So for example, in A Realm Reborn, they united all of the beast tribes together. I think the quest was called Friends Forever or something like that. But that was just the beast tribes of the A Realm Reborn areas. And then we got into Heavensward and so on and so on and so on. But we will see, we will see. I am curious, I'm curious. Like, will we actually go and attack Golemod anytime soon? Next expansion, the expansion after that? Or will that be the last expansion? Okay, anyway, here's Sadhu. So, you again. Other matters demand our time, Kagan. Unless it is battle you seek. Alas not, quite the opposite in fact. So, talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They are the source of Nama's strength. To the Dofal, no place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition then? You will join hands with us? I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the step to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely battle with you, Kagan. The Nadam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Dofal as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms. Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Khaitan has made her choice. Shall we dance? Why not? Let's do it. Ha! It shall be the battle this step shall not soon forget. Already my soul burns brighter. Perhaps yourself, Kagan, and... prepare yourself, Kagan, and await me outside the car. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. It's like, I should warn you, I'm wearing 10 million gil worth of gear. It's nice to be a millionaire, isn't it? Okay, so let's go, let's go. There we go. Right. So let's do this fight. So, duty calls commence battle for the will of the moon. Let's proceed. I'm sure the fight will be unfair. They usually are.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this harn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dathal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Okay, let's do this. I guess I'll go sword oath for the sake of it. Sword oath. Lol.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Done. As I said, that's fair. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. We done yet?
In death do our souls sing!
Cool. Let's go. Boring. I only said boring because it's like, how many times is she gonna res? I was like, what, 5 or 6 times? I just give her a health bar with 6 times more HP on it.
Come, we have only just begun.
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever. Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Lol.
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
What's up?
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this. But if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
So in the coming battle, you'll fight as Y'shtola. Interesting. What abilities do I have? Heals earth damage, heals wind damage, heals, and restores MP. Okay. Her heals are really powerful.
Or die! Bow down before me!
I mean, in theory, I should have just targeted the middle one. Lol. 50%, 8 mana restore.
Bow down before me! Mark well and learn! Bow down before me! Tremble before the sun!
Yes, forget it.
Let us be about it!
Did we lose? We might have lost. Who?
Ether, to me! Have at you!
There it is. So I did enjoy this fight more than the first one.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy.
That's funny.
It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
Mithrie 2?
Stola. Why?
Are you my Nama?
Lol.
I beg your pardon?
Exactly.
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Lol.
Little?
Little son! Little son! Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
Lol.
We have wasted enough time here. Siren awaits for word of our success.
I like that. They're like, bye. It's just the point is they like fighting regardless of any excuses. So you had not only to contend with Sadu, but Magnite too. Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand triumphant, having passed such a test, they could not well deny you their allegiance. The mole will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all our being. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is more I would rather... none I would rather have on my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Serena. None of this would have been possible without you. Cool. That's complete. So I think that's a good time to end. I don't want the episode dragging on too long. So anyway, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. And as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye, guys.